All right, YouTube. All right, YouTube. YouTube is in on the building. All right, TikTok. Good evening, guys. Good evening. All right, Facebook. I'm live on Facebook. All right, I am now live on Facebook. Good evening, folks. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well on today. Hope everyone's doing having a great evening on this Saturday evening. I know it's hot, but it's a good day. It's blessed to be alive on this day. Okay? It is blessed to be alive on this day. I know it's hot, but it's summertime. Okay, I hope everyone's doing great. I'm excited for this topic today. It's kind of interesting. We got some good common reason, good information, general information you need to know about flights in general. Give a few more minutes for everybody to come on before I get started. But I hope everybody having a great day so far, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Good afternoon, TikTok. Come on into the room. Come on into the room for travel conversation. All right, Instagram. I'm gonna get one more minute and we'll get started. Okay? Get some more people online. I hope everybody enjoying their weekend so far. Okay? All right, let's get started. My name is Marco Dorsey. I am with Fly with Fabulous Travel. I have travel conversation with live people once a week. We talk about live topics and past topics. On today's topic is, have you ever missed a flight? And what happened? I know some people miss flights. I know some people have not. I got a lot of feedback on Facebook this week about most people have not missed flights. Some have. And it's due to careless mistakes. I mean, from my comments, I haven't got a major reason why they missed a flight. So it was not something caused by the airlines or whatever. Okay. For me, yes, I missed a flight before back in 2011. I was in school. I was back at UNO in New Orleans. It was a school event. We went to New Hampshire. So it was a two flight thing. We flew from New Orleans to Boston and we drove into New Hampshire. On way coming back from our conference, we drove from New Hampshire to Boston. We had no delays, nothing like that. So we went from Boston to New Jersey. Our connecting flight was in New Jersey, going back home. So when we got back to the airport, and I noticed that we all noticed our connection flight was very short. It was very short. I told everybody, let me go to the gate. I told them, hold my bags. Let me run to the gate. Let me get there fast enough so I can get there. I know because I know I can make it to the gate. I don't know about everybody else. So once I get to the gate, I can tell the the gate agent to hold the flight. So I was running out. I was running. I was in New Jersey. I was at York Airport in New Jersey. So I was running to our gate, running. It felt like the gate was taking me forever to get there. I'm like, what? Why is this gate so long? So once I get to the gate, I didn't see no gate agent. So I ran to the window and I saw the flight. I saw the airplane still at the gate. So I'm gonna say, well, she got to be on this jet bridge, or she done there because she had to move the jet bridge from the airplane. So I'm like, she must have was just going down there. I had just missed her. So I was like, damn. And so by the time she came up, it took about 10, 15 minutes. So she probably just went down there when I got to the gate. So I was like, by the time I was there, I was waiting, and everybody else got to me. We was all at the gate. So we waited. And I told Tom, I said, Tom, we missed the flight. I said, well, the flight is right there. We actually didn't miss it, but the gate, she closed the door, so we couldn't go down now. Plus, we haven't checked in our flight. So I told him, I said, well, what we got to do now? He said, well, we got to go to customer service and let them know we didn't get our flight. So we had to rebook for our flight for the next morning. So good thing they did give us a hotel. So we stayed near the airport, right there in New Jersey for the next morning. So yes, we missed the flight. And the reason why we missed the flight is our connection flight was very short. I mean, soon we land, they was boarding the flight already. So that tells us right there. We had a possibility to get there. If the flight would have got there a little, but maybe 5-10 minutes a little earlier, we probably would have caught the flight, but we didn't. So we all had to stay over, and we went home. We went home the next day. So I ain't had a problem. I was okay about staying. Some of my classmates were ready to get back home, but I was like, okay, it's what it is. That's what happened. I tried to get to the gate, but she was already down at the end of the jet bridge, doing her last paperwork, and she pulled the jet bridge back from the airplane, and we waited for she come back up to the top, and she told us to go to guest services. We went to guest services, and rebooked our flight for tomorrow. So yes, things can happen. It's not your fault. It was actually not our fault. So the reason why, so they rebooked us and gave us a free hotel room, so we didn't have to pay for the hotel room at all. So that was a good thing. So we didn't have to real pay for the hotel room. So they put us in the hotel room. So for my story was not like it was my fault, but it wasn't our fault, but it was just actually the connection. So when you booking flights and you have a connecting flight, guys, like I always tell my clients, you want to make sure your time between connecting flights enough time so you can get to your next gate. You want to make sure that it's at least an hour, not 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Anything can happen. The flight may be delayed coming in, so you already know you're gonna miss the flight. So an hour is pushing it to an hour and a half or 2 hours is a guarantee. At least an hour and a half, you'll be okay. So when you're booking your flights, and you have no choice but making a connecting flight. So hour and a half, it should be good enough to be able to make to your next gate. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some general information and kind of reason why people may miss their flights. Number one thing is traffic and transportation delay. Heavy traffic, accidents, public transportation delays can cause travelers to arrive late at airport. Yes, that is correct. Now, I always tell my clients, the airport wants you there 2 hours in advance. That should be good enough time to get you to the airport. Now, if you stay 4 hours out from the airport, it takes you an hour to get to the airport. No, you need to leave your house 3 hours in advance. Okay? Anything can happen. Accident can happen, yes. Those things we cannot control. So always just leave early, people. You never know what's going to happen. Uh, I always get to the airport early. I don't care. My flight, I could be leaving at 9 a.m. I might get there right at 7 o'clock. I'm 2 hours there early. So you got to go through TSA, all that good stuff. So you want to make sure you have proper enough of time to check baggage in, get your TSA, and get to your gate, or if you want to get something to eat, all that good stuff. So be cautious about your time. So traffic and transportation delay can cause you to have a delay in flight. So to avoid this, get there early. Number two, security and check-in process. Yes, like I just finished saying, long lines at security checkpoints, check-in counters can result in delay. Arrival at the boarding gate. Now, if you know your airport, you know how it is. With them long lines, especially certain time of the day, mornings. Early, especially early in the morning, when people leave out the early flights, TSA can be a little heavy, traffic. So I hate when people try to get to the airport 1 hour, 2 hours before their flight. And you know you're in Atlanta airport, and you know how the lines are. And you know you might have to catch a train to go to your terminal. You're pushing it. Those big airports, international airports, at least get that 3-4 hours early, people. You're already ready to go anyway. So you have anxiety. So get there early to avoid rushing. Okay? To avoid rushing, you get there early. You have no problem with that. Okay? So security, check-in process can be a hassle. I know when I go to the airports, especially when I was a flight attendant, we still line. So luckily we had a line for flight attendants and pilots to go through. But just looking at those people, got to get to the airport. Come on, y'all. Get there early so you can avoid all that commotion. So it's going to be a smooth sailing. Third thing, an applicable time between connecting flights. When booking connecting flights, a short layover time may not be sufficient to changing planes, especially if the first flight experienced delay. Like I was explaining my flight situation. We didn't have no delays, but it was just we had a short time to make connecting flights. Now, if your flight left the airport with delay and you have a connecting flight already, so you're already worried. You're like, oh my God, my connecting flight is going to be able to make my flight. So most likely you won't, but I tell a lot of my clients, and what I learned from, if I have a connecting flight and our flight is delayed leaving the airport where I'm leaving from, let the flight attendant know. So the pilot can call the airport, call the gate, let the gate agent know I have some people on this flight, have a connecting flight, and we already delayed. Can you call that gate and hold their flight before they leave? Now I know gate agents can do that. So if you get off the flight and you know your other connecting flight is boarding already, let the gate agent know, hey, I had to go to gate, blah, blah, blah. Can you call it? Yes, he or she can call that gate for you. They can call the gate guys and say, hey, y'all on your way, y'all just landed, and they can hold that flight for you. But if you don't tell them nothing and you come off the plane and rush, you're like, oh my God, I hit the gate, let them know so they can help you. Okay? So your luggage can get to the flight. Because if your luggage can't make it to the next flight, your luggage is going to be stuck at the airport. So you want to make sure that your luggage is at the airport. A lot of connecting flights, we have luggage at on the bottom of the planes, do not make those connecting flights sometimes because of the shortness. Because they got to bring their luggage all the way around to your gate. Sometimes it'll make it, sometimes it won't. So when you get off to your last destination, you're like, where's my other luggage? Well, it didn't make the connecting flight because it was so short. They couldn't get to the flight fast enough to put it on the flight. So when booking your flights, make sure that those connecting flights times are reasonable so you can get to your next gate. Okay, guys? That's very important. Because when I do all-inclusive for my clients, I make sure that connecting flight, if I have no choice but to get a connecting flight, I try not to get a connecting flight for them, try to get just a one stop. But if I cannot, I'll make sure that connecting flight is enough time so they can get to the next flight to get it. Because I don't want them calling me or I missed my flight and I already started their vacation, they're already pissed off. So as a travel agent, my duty is to make sure that the connecting flight have enough time so they can get there. Okay? So the fourth thing is traveling to the wrong terminal or gate. Large airports can be confusing. Travelers may end up at the wrong terminal or gate, causing them to miss their flight. Yes, that happens all the time, people. All the time. As I go through the airport, walk through the airport, when I was a flight attendant, trying to help guests, I'm trying to get a terminal, blah, blah, blah. Can you help me? Yes. I went to the wrong terminal. Well, you had to get back on that train and go back this way. Yes. That can cause you to miss your flight. So please read your boarding pass carefully. Read it carefully. What gate you go to, please read it. It's going to tell you the terminal and gate number or gate letter. Look at that very carefully, guys. I know we could be in a rush by thinking, oh, I don't know. I always fly with American. I always fly with Delta. I know I'm be in this terminal. You look on your app, by the time you get to the airport, oh, the gate changed. Oh, the gate changed. Why? Because that can happen. You so familiar of catching your flight at this gate all the time, and you never think it's going to change. Yes, it can change, guys. So please look at your map on your phone or any terminal boards in the airport to look for your gate for gate change. And it's for announcements. A lot of you don't listen for announcements in the airports anyway. And telling you, well, gate change for such, and you rushing to get to the gate. You get there, oh, this gate was for boss time. Yeah, it was, but it changed because you're not listening or not looking for changing of your of the boards in the airport. My thing is get your app on your phone. It will notify you when gate change or your anything. It will notify you, let you know, so you'll know ahead of time when you get to the airport. Okay. Number 5, flight overbooking. Airlines sometimes oversell seats, leading to situations where passengers with confirmed reservation might be bumped off the flight if they arrive late. Now this happened. Oh yes, I experienced this with a lot of people that were sitting in by the gate while I'm waiting for my flight. They overbooked the flight, but if you don't get there early, if you don't check in early, they will bump you off that flight. You wonder why they bumped you off because sometimes you might get to the gate right at get ready to board, and you need to check in. And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, we're not no longer on this flight. Can we fly you later, or we can book you for tomorrow, or they might give you a voucher." So to satisfy you while they bump you off the flight. Now, airlines always overbook flights. That's something they model they do. I want to understand why they do that, but they do. But they will bump you off if you get to the gate late and don't check in. I check in before I get to the airport. So once you're a flyer and you constantly go to the airports all the time, guys, check in on your phone. That will cause you from not being checked in. They let you check in 2 hours prior before boarding. So if your flight is for 9 o'clock and you arrive at the airport at 7, go ahead and check in. No, excuse me. No, they let you check in 24 hours prior to boarding. Sorry, not 2 hours, not 2 hours before. Sorry, you check in 24 hours prior your boarding. So if your flight's at 9 a.m., the day before you can check in at 9 a.m. the next day, the day before your flight. So if you're leaving it on the 10th, you can check in on the 9th at 9 a.m. Okay? So do that, guys. A lot of people forget to check in early because they can do it on their phones. You have 24 hours before checking in on every flight. Don't wait till they get to the airport and check in. Check in 24 hours prior to your boarding. So when you get to the airport, all you gotta do is print out your boarding passes or use your phone and go to TSA, go to your gate. So when they overbook, you already checked in. They can't bump you. Okay? So these things they can do, they can bump you because it's overbooked and you have not checked in. They probably figure, well, they ain't coming anyway. They probably won't take this flight, whatever. So you got to be mindful of that too, guys. Check in 24 hours before you make that flight. Try to remind yourself. Check in early. A lot of people forget to check in early. Okay. Number 6 is visa and documentation issues. If travelers have problems with visa or other necessary documents, they might be denied boarding or having to go through additional process. Yes. These for the people that have visas, that go through TSA, don't have right IDs, they want to use these visas and all this other stuff. They're not American citizens. So this can delay they for not making a flight, missing a flight, because they got to go through a process. Before they even get to TSA, okay, they ask the questions already. So they're going to deny them. So they're going to go through this line to see what's the problem. So for those people, get your paperwork together. So when you get to the airport, that will be the least thing you have to worry about is your ID and passports. I hate when people come to the airport so confused about everything. Confused about travel, confused about everything. Confused about everything. They just get to the airport and get a blank mind. Like, what's wrong? Common sense go out the window for a lot of people. Common sense go out the window, guys. It's like they stressful. I know traveling can be stressful. But going through TSA is not stressful. You make it stressful. Checking in luggage, you make it stressful because you don't go by the rules and regulations. Your bag's overweight, 60, 70 pounds. Why so heavy? Because, baby, why I gotta pay extra? Because it's more than 50 pounds. Stop making your life confusing. Okay, people? Just make it as simple as possible to travel. Especially, I know it can be stressful. You got kids involved, everybody, family, the baby hollering, crying, just everything that's going on. Yes, it can be stressful. Going through traveling can be stressful. But take a woosah, breathe, exhale, have everything in order before you go to the airport. So you can lease your problems, okay? Lease some of the problems you have. It won't be so much crazy, guys. You want to have less stress as much as you come to the airport. And you have anxiety because you're excited to go on a trip. That's normal. You don't want to have stress and anxiety at the same time. Okay? Don't make your trip so stressful. A lot of people come to the airport and be stressed out. Like, calm down. Take a breather. Get a drink, get some water. So make sure you have all your documents in order. Number 7, personal factors. Some travelers may experience personal emergencies, forget essentials items, or encounter unforeseen circumstances that prevent them from reaching the airport on time. Yes, that's true. You might have an accident, come to the airport. Somebody might get sick in the car. You might think, I forgot this. I need to go back home. I forgot my cell phone. You turn back around. You drove by 10 miles already. You got to go turn back around. So, yes. So now your stress level up to here. You ain't made to the airport yet. You just left. You left your house. So now you got to turn back around and go get something. Or emergency, something happened. You got a flat tire, or your baby got sick. So now you got to turn. Now it's chaos. So now you missed your flight. Now you got to try to explain to the airlines why you missed your flight, so you can get some kind of money back. Okay, something back. So this is life. Personal factors is life. Some things we cannot control. So just be mindful of that. And when we travel, we hope have traveling grace. Okay? Ask God give us traveling grace so we get to the airport safe and sound, get to our destination safe and sound. Let us get back home safe and sound, Father God. In Jesus' name. Just go into prayer. Because some things that we can't control. Now, number 8 is weather conditions. Several weathers, such as storms, snow, can disrupt travel plans and lead to missed flights. Yes. We can't control that as Mother Nature. We can't control rain, storms, hail, snow, sleet, all that goes, hurricanes. So if that happened, you need to have insurance on your tickets so you can get some of your money back. Because sometimes airlines might get your money back because of snow or weather or whatever. Because if they cancel the flight, they cancel the flight. So hopefully they can rebook you to go somewhere the next day or whatever. But get insurance, people. Get insurance. Get insurance. This is the key. Insurance. Because we have no weather of Mother Nature. This could be one reason why we miss flights all the time. Especially during the winter months, snow. Like now, we got hurricane season going on now. So out in Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, people who doing cruises right now, hopefully no hurricane keep them from doing their cruise. Most likely the cruise ship will give them some of their money back. But weather condition we cannot control. Okay, number 9, technical merchant issues of the airplane. Flight delay caused by technical problems or merchant issues with the aircraft may lead to missed connection. Yes. Yes, it's happened. I was on plenty of them, but as a flight attendant, we have technical problems, issue with the flight, delays. We might only 2 3 hours later. So guess what? If you have a connected flight, you missed a connected flight. So therefore, while we sitting here, you need to be calling the airlines. Say, hey, we won't believe all the time my connected flight. So can you book me for another connected flight later or the next day? I'll just fly in and give me a hotel room. So you need to be trying to get your hotel room or book another flight. That's what you need to be doing. So if your flight is delayed by merchant, medical, mechanic issues, you can go ahead and call airlines, baby. Go to the gate agent. She can start booking you for another flight later before you get to the airport. So you can still take this flight. You get to the airport, you will have to make your next connecting flight at a different time. So if it's medical, something dealing with the engine, yes, you're gonna miss that flight. So we might be sitting there for a while. So number 10 is lack of awareness of flight status. Now this happens all the time with people. Occasionally, passengers may not be aware of change in flight schedules or gate assignments leading to missed flight. Like I was saying earlier, when you come in the airport, check your flight status, see you at the same gate, or they moved your gate for you, because your flight can be changed, can move to another gate, and can be delayed. So you need to find all this out. So when you come to the airport, put your thinking caps on. Don't put your confused thinking cap on. Don't put your you're lost. Like you can't think of nothing to do. Like your brain just froze. Put your thinking caps on, people. Put your common sense on. Help your family out. Somebody gotta be out the group. Somebody out the group gotta be smart enough to say, hey, let me check the flight, see we still have this gate. Let me see if we still have this terminal. Okay? As you drive into the airport, start checking your terminal. Start checking your flights status. Is still gonna leave on time? Is it delayed for anything? Any delays? What's the cause of delays? So start checking for that, people, so y'all won't be so behind and you don't know what's going on. Okay? So it's important to note that the frequency of and reasons for missing flights can vary greatly depending on the region, airport, time of year, various other factors. Airlines and airports are continuing to work to improve their service and minimizing the occurrence of missing flights due to controllable factors. To obtain up-to-date and more detailed status, it will be best to refer to application industry reports and contact relevant authorizations of airlines directly. Yes. You be proactive when you're flying. Everybody excited they're going somewhere. Somebody out the group got to be proactive, checking the flight status, see if we still the same gate. Is our gate changed? Is we go to a different terminal? Okay, so those things is very important that you need to pay attention to as you go into the airport. Okay, guys. So have y'all missed a flight? What happened? Give me details. Let me know. Have y'all ever missed a flight before? I want to know. So have y'all learned from y'all lesson? Have y'all don't want to miss a flight no more? I know I ain't missed a flight since. After that time, as we made that booking, I didn't make the flight. So our secretary at our school made that for us. So we didn't have to make our own reservations for that. It was a school group thing. So they made all that for us. They should knew that second connecting flight to get back home was very short. They probably knew we probably were going to make it anyway. So I'm glad they They probably said, well, they probably gonna make that flight. Well, my thing, she rebooked it, but I guess she tried to. They did their best. But yeah, I tried my best to get to that flight to that gate, but I was a little too late. I was not that late, but I was a little late because the flight have not left. It was still at the gate. But yeah, so have y'all missed a flight before? What's up, Alicia? What's going on, lady? So have y'all missed a flight before? What happened? Let me know. Because baby, I will not do it again. Those days are over. I'll make sure now. Because it's not a good feeling. Because you gotta book a hotel room. Because if they don't have no more connecting flights for leave out that day. So you got to and hopefully they take care of your hotel for you. Most likely most airlines does. But some don't. You got to pay for your hotel stay for the next day to leave. So you want to make sure you check your flight status. Is you still the same terminal, same gate before you get to the airport, guys? You want to do that constantly. You want to listen because you could be at your gate and they could be saying, change your gate right at your gate. Because they don't have no gate agent at your gate during the time you sitting there waiting to board. They don't come up to your gates about an hour before boarding. So you could be sitting at your gate, say a gate change. And if you're not listening, you can miss your flight because you think you sit at your same gate, think it's the same gate, but it has changed. So you want to make sure. So you got to be careful all the time, guys. Be careful. So that is my topic for today. Have you ever missed a flight and what happened? Okay. I am done for today, guys. I hope everybody having a blessed Saturday, a good, relaxing Saturday. I hope you continue to have a good Saturday. Okay? I'll be on next Saturday. But yeah, I'll be on next Saturday with my next topic. I'll probably post that next topic on tomorrow. So that's it for me. Do y'all have any questions for me? TikTok? How's everybody doing on TikTok? Thank y'all for the likes, guys. Instagram, Facebook. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. So y'all have a blessed evening, rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Like I always say, don't let the devil take your joy because he is busy. He is in a busy season right now. So y'all be blessed. I will talk to y'all on next Saturday at 7:30. Be blessed. See y'all later, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.